What's up guys, my name is MrSneakymode and welcome back to another 1.8 update video. This video I'm not going to follow a script as much as I did before because I don't think it went that well. I mean, people thought it was cool and informative, but I figured I'd try and just keep myself sounding like myself, if that makes any sense. But anyway, let's get into this. Recently Notch released an image of rivers in Minecraft, but before I go into that image I just want to show you this. This image is actually generated by Notch himself, and it's a look at quote-unquote continents, and as you can see, flowing kind of through them little string parts looks like a river. So there's definitely going to be rivers in this game, and there's going to be continents, and they're going to be much larger than they usually are in Minecraft. That's been confirmed, and I'll show you that in a second. So here's the actual screenshot that Notch released, and as you can see, there's a river clearly flowing through the landscape, and it looks quite cool. It looks as if it's kind of flowing perfectly through. Also to note, just at the very bottom, kind of bottom left middle, if that makes any sense, there's actually one of those giant mushrooms. So it appears they're going to be in different biomes and not necessarily part of one specific biome. One thing that might be interesting also to note is that Notch has confirmed deep oceans, so that's also going to be part of this update. He also said that he's trying to balance gameplay between large islands and large oceans, so that can be it's safe to assume that there's going to be much larger continents, like I said, and there's going to be lots of water to deal with. But hopefully it's not intrusive. I think it's going to add to the game, you know, vast oceans and then very large islands and continents you can explore. And here he just explains that bigger islands mean that there can be much larger biomes. And although I think he's hesitant to make really large islands and biomes, but he is saying things, for example, like deserts want to be big. You know, you don't expect a vast desert to be this kind of small thing surrounded by grass. You want it to be this huge, vast, you know, just barren land. So I think that's what he's aiming for. And again, just to further kind of confirm this, when asked if, you know how if you generate a world, and then a new update comes out with a lot of new stuff, and then in your generated world where you're currently at, it won't update. But if you go and explore and generate new land that you haven't yet seen, it'll start showing you new things. Basically, someone asked, will that happen with the new world generation system? And Jeb confirms that. And again, just to back that up, he says Notch is making some major improvements to the world generator, which means you should stop looking for map seeds in 1.7 to use in 1.8. So what that means is, of course, now Notch is actually redesigning or reworking the world generator so that it's going to be much different. I think we have confirmation that there's going to be extra height to the world and depth. That's not 100% confirmed, but it's been taught, you know, Notch has definitely talked about it and tossed up the idea of making mountains higher and oceans deeper and things like that. What Jeb is saying here is if you generate a world, or if there's a seed that you have used in 1.7, you can't no longer use it in 1.8 and expect the same results from the new world generator. So to make sense of that, what it actually means is, for example, one of the most well-known, most well-used seeds for 1.7 is the 404, which just kind of creates this world where you drop down a really long vertical shaft down into the bottom of the world. That will no longer work in 1.8. They've completely, like I said, they've completely reworked the system, so now seeds that you have used in 1.7 will no longer carry over to 1.8, and to be honest, there's nothing they can do about that. That's just part of the game's engine as a whole, and they can't really convert seeds back over. I don't think it doesn't make sense to me that would happen, so don't expect any of your amazing seeds that were in the game currently to carry over to 1.8, which is unfortunate, but it'll allow us to find a lot more new interesting seeds as well. But that's pretty much all we have currently on the rivers. Of course, I will keep you updated if there's any more information added, but right now I think that's all there want to discuss with rivers. Again, you can keep up to date with all this with Reddit, with Notch's Twitter, and with Jeb's Twitter, which I'm sure you can all find through Google. But yeah, that's all I've got. That's all the information I know, and that's pretty much all the information everyone knows. So I hope this has been interesting and informative. If it has, please leave a comment, tell me what you think about the Adventure Update 1.8, what you think of rivers and all things like that. Otherwise guys, I'm MrSneakymode, and I will see you next time.